Oh, nope.
What the audience can't see is I'm actually finishing a match right now.
By which you mean that you're, in fact, eating
Previously
like
on
a
Alan
full-ass
Wake, I
match,
wrote a
like
horror
from a
story that has
matchbook.
come true. Thomas Zane did the same.
What you can't see is the matchbook with a
If I
big
continue like
bite
the dark
taken out of
Bibles
it.
wants me to, the story
That's
I'm
right,
writing
it's a
won't
two-biter.
save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will
It
survive.
is a two-biter.
Thomas Zane, you're the lady of
The
the
wax
light
helps
in
it
the
go
song.
down
He left something
smooth.
behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of
Reels.
this as he stood on the rim of
I really
cold light,
appreciate, by the
clicker
way,
in his hand.
that
He took a
Alan
deep
Wake has
breath
these sequences
and jumped.
and can tell you
I can
this
get
is
to her
what
now.
happened
I
a
can
week
finish
ago,
this.
so that I don't have to.
Because we're stupid. And we'll
Not-
forget.
Not too much happened, but stuff happened.
The clicker.
My head.
Always with the head.
I need painkillers to dull the pain.
I had a hangover. My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain.
See what I tell you.
There
In
it
one of my
is.
finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking.
Man, and it's like buzzing in the background too. Let's go ahead and grab
Yeah.
our sunglasses. I'm glad that we get to see this apartment at least one more
The
time.
sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun.
Oh, he looks like such a dork. He looks like a real sleazeball. Also,
Looks like a real piece of work.
here's your Max Payne ass painkillers of just the one bottle and nothing else.
The one orange prescription bottle.
The
Zoom
pills
in
worked
rice,
fast.
zoom
The
in
prospect of
nice and
being
tight there
awake
so you can
started to
see that
seem
there's nothing in
bearable
his
again.
hand.
Mm-hmm.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Oh man. What'd I do wrong this time?
Message. Ow! Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey!
You remember
You
TiVo?
have your show on your TiVo.
Oh, I do.
I had like every variation and knockoff of TiVo, but no TiVo.
Overboard last night, but parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Alright, Barry.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god, first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
So we've got a thing to talk about. I want you to keep
Yeah?
your eyes peeled for this part.
With the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop.
Yeah, good read. Go buy it. No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here. Is that wise? No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books. I'm a busy guy. But this one, I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan. Wow, thanks. Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet.
But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though. 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it,
One of two
Casey
things
was
that I
a
want to
gloomy
point out
guy.
while we're
Never
here.
had much luck with his love
Yeah.
life with the
Because
ladies.
Alan has a different
Was
model
that
from his voice,
autobiographical
this is
in any way?
entirely
Yeah,
ADR
no
on his
kidding.
part.
Casey's lady friends
You can
tended
tell
to
when you
die
zoom
out,
in like
but
this,
Casey, it was all
but they
about
do a
his
pretty good
pain.
job of it.
No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper.
I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the two of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam Lake. What's more, do the
Yeah.
picture, Sam.
Yeah,
There he is.
And our musical
there he
guests,
is.
So
Poets of
for
the Fall.
those who don't know, Sam Lake is the
At least it'd
writer
be fun.
of
I told myself
pretty
I
much
could
every
live with
Remedy
that.
property. Alan Wake is
I didn't say anything
somewhat
stupid,
autobiographical
that's
on his part, and the face he does there is the Max Payne
Are you gonna
face
start with me about drinking
because
now?
he
I should've
was the
followed
Max
her
Payne
advice,
face
but
for
suddenly I was
that
angry.
first game's JPEG.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well,
He
this
looks like
morning
such
I
an
was
asshole
angry
with the
because you said
sunglasses.
you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
Oh, poor kids.
Somehow,
Bright
the
Falls,
clicker was
the
the
present
key to
day.
the cabin. I had to return to Calder
So,
Lake to save Alice.
The second thing that I wanted to point out about that sequence there was this will show up in the YouTube video for part 4,
I'm
but
going back to
for
the
anybody
lake to
who
finish
is just
this.
watching the
I'm going
VODs,
to write an ending to the
back
story in the
in
manuscript on my own
chapter
terms
4,
to make it all right.
there
Why
was a
can't you
moment
just write
where
it
we
here?
went up
The
to
last page is
find a
still in the
QR
typewriter.
code
I need
on
to read it first. Everything
in
needs
the
to be
creator's,
just right.
Hartman's
Zane tried to
Lodge,
cut some corners, and it didn't
and
end well.
it leads you to
Okay, ready
a
when
GIF
you are.
of Sam Lake doing that
I'm
face
sorry, Sarah,
and a reference
but I
to
need
Max
to do this
Payne.
alone. Barry, take her gun.
Good.
Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Unfortunately, we don't have a QR reader on stream, so we had to do it in post, but
Good luck, Al.
let it be said, Sam Lake's a
See you
good guy.
later.
He also has a cameo in Death Stranding.
Good stuff.
When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake.
The background music
On
here is
Zane's
also really
page,
good.
I'd stood on the rim of Calder Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
You see that deer float? See that Deer Fest float?
I see it.
You best keep that in mind. Deer Fest is just about upon us.
It's right around the corner.
Alone.
Are you ready
in
for Deer
daylight,
Fest?
Surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape.
Is anybody
It was
truly
hard
ready
not
for
to
Deer
let doubt
Fest?
creep in one last time.
I know I am.
I could still
Every
chalk
damn
everything
year.
up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time.
Now,
trapped
if
in a
you're like
story
me,
inside my head,
the very
gone
first
mad
thing
from
you
grief
think
over
is,
Alice's death, like
should I
Hartman
go
had
back
claimed.
down there?
There would
Is
be
there
no
something
way
for me
around
there?
it.
And the
I
answer
told
is no,
myself
there's
it didn't
not.
really matter. My course was
I
set.
did it the first time that I played this game years ago, and I did it about a couple of days ago when I played through this segment, and I was like, oh yeah, I should go down there and see if there's anything. There's not. It just takes about 10 minutes of your time to find nothing. So this is part 2 of the, hey Energizer, of the whole, like, thing that this game was originally supposed to be. This section has just so much driving in it, like way more than you would think. Probably the most in the game. I think there was something down this way. It's a relatively short level. There's only, I want to say there's only 1 or 2 like side paths to really go and look for anything. It shouldn't take too long. Grab us some extra ammunition and good recharge.
Some goodies.
Some good stuff. And the other thing is, like, way the fuck down here.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Is your browser still running? Because I'm getting about 1 frame per second here.
My browser is not still running. At the moment, I have no dropped frames on OBS. Discord, OBS, and Alan Wake are the only 3 things that are running.
Hmm.
But maybe try refreshing.
I mean, I'm sure Twitch is fine. It's me that is having the problem.
Yeah, we've the connection has been a little strained between this and Control for the past week or 2.
This shit sucks. If you can find a way to not do things the way that we do them, hey, you should probably do it that way instead.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, the main other option is to do, like, Parsec, but unfortunately...
Which will not run on my system.
Yeah. You might also think that there's something in there. There's not. The completionist in me for this game and almost no other game
Darkness had touched me.
assures you there is nothing
Between us.
there.
Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
Spooky.
Spooky indeed. I love how petty her insults and her, like, jabs and taunts are starting to get. It's like, it's no longer any pretense about anything. It's just, fucking kill your wife. I don't even care. You can't go back home again.
Can never go back.
Ooh. Hello there.
Scammy.
Get out of here, bird.
The dark presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
Yeah. Straight up, it's just kill Alan at this point.
It is an all-out fight at this point.
The idea that, like, the dark presence itself is just terrified of Alan reaching them is really interesting to me. Because it tells me that you're not dealing with, like, an all-out, like, demonic entity as much as just, like, an agent of whatever it is, you know?
Hmm.
Very Twin Peaksy in that you're starting to deal with individuals, or at least beings of power that are on an individual level, rather than, like, the concept of darkness. You know what I mean?
No, it's just the dark presence, that's all.
The dork presence.
That's right. I hear dorks, but I don't see dorks.
They're all around me. Everywhere I turn, there's more dorks. Grab us some stuff, and we'll need it.
I would say that there's always room for more stuff, but that's not necessarily true.
This had obviously been the room
Not
where
always.
Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
Got photos of everybody. We got
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Pictures of Spider-Man. I mean, have you ever seen Spider-Man and Barry Wheeler in the same place at once? I don't think so.
Fucking no.
Get some flashbangs. And even a copy of Dr. Hartman's books and a big bag of Big Stuffer.
Yum.
We can't parkour our way out of the window.
Look after yourself, Major.
Oh, hello. Now I got a little nervous there because I felt like I saw that thing twitch. But it was just a... It was just a spook. It was not
It's
real.
just in your imagination, that's all.
That's right. The most deadly tool of all.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here.
There we
in
go.
Room number
That's
2.
what I'm looking for. Give me that shotgun, please. There's a little bit of a animation buffer there where you need to... Oh, and that's not anything important. That's literally just the rules of the motel on that sign. There's a little bit of an animation buffer where if you're standing right over something and you have the prompt, you can't actually click it. You need enough room for him to move into the spot.
Hmm.
And then you need to just gun it.
You gotta hit that jump. That's how.
Whoa!
Ooh.
That was rough.
You gotta boost the headlights.
I'm gonna need you guys to get out of my way. Excuse me.
Get off the damn road. The road is mine. You might have just blocked yourself out.
I think we got enough room over here. Yeah, maybe so. What if... Now, see, the difference between Alan Wake and GTA 5, because otherwise they're incredibly similar games, is that in that situation, I would have just kept ramming it until it exploded. And then had to deal with where that left me. Whether or not it actually
You would have to deal with those consequences. I remember this part. I remember hating this part.
Yeah, this part's not great. When I was doing this part ahead of time, I actually died on this bridge, I want to say 2 or 3 times, because it's very...
It's rough.
It's very physicsy is the thing. If you run too fast, you can get caught in those, at which point you'll fall to your
You'll
death.
just fall, yep.
And sometimes you can just get caught behind physics objects, and it'll be rough that way too. I mean, you can see me kind of get a little stuck on the environment here because it's not even. It's very neat. Like for the time, it was impressive, but it is a bit of a pain in the ass. I mean, you know, the poltergeist enemy type in this game has a bit of a reputation as, like, the thing that will probably kill you the most, just because of how unpredictable it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were here, but no longer. Now they are neither here nor there. Get out of my way! I need to move.
Nice to see you, too.
God. I got worried. Every time that happens, I get worried that I've somehow, like, soft-locked or crashed the game.
And seeing that car at the end of it all is like, God, yes.
It's like they knew.
It's the reward.
You get the cool car. Get out of my way! Get out of the way! Cease this tomfoolery. Post haste. Whoop.
What are you even hitting?
I am not sure. It's actually a little rough to see the screen right now.
Yeah, I'll say.
Nope. See you later. Now, what do we have up here? We got a little something. Ah, there we go. We need these. This is really going to town out there, too.
Was that a worthwhile detour for a single flare?
No. I remembered that something was here, but I couldn't remember what it was. Ooh. Now you... Oof. Right in the head. It seems to be stuck. There we go. Now we can get our cool car back.
What's left of it?
I mean, now it just looks like it's halfway to Mad Max.
Yeah, a little bit.
Peel off the paint a little bit. Get I always
stick some metal spikes on it.
Yeah. Man, these screen effects. Where's the road? There's the road. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I implore you, please leave.
I implore you to reconsider.
Alright. Let's ride in style.
Identical replacement.
That's right. Alan wrote it to be an identical replacement.
That's right.
Thomas Zane left us this car because he knew it was cool. Oh no. It's straight up throwing a bus at us.
I've heard of throwing people under the bus, but this is ridiculous.
Thank you.
I'm glad you like that.
I do like that. Denied. We're almost there. We just need to become the scourge of light upon the dark. Which...
That's right.
Can I just say, I think that is a fucking great lyric. And I misheard it for years as, like, a bunch of different things. I only recently came to understand it as what it is, but that's a great lyric. There's a whole lot that we didn't really talk about with, like, the actual mechanics of how that whole sequence at the farm whole, like, works in its narrative context.
Yeah.
But, like, oh, there we go. The idea that lyrics of the song are coming true as you're listening to them are super cool to me. Like the whole inception for it being, what is it? Father Thor, bless this war between the dark and light, is how you get your fucking literal lightning bolt coming out of nowhere to strike the stage and set the power on.
That's
Odin's
good
might,
shit.
Your guide, divorce you from the sane, is also a really good lyric. Get out of here. Just look at this. They are throwing everything.
You are kind of getting your ass kicked.
That was like just 3 in a row all at the same time, huh? Whoop. We're going for it. That was a ridiculous bum rush.
The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The dark presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long-ago crashed airplane there.
And there you go.
Trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
Even the airplane comes back into play in its own little way. And what's more, I like the idea that it's like, the dark presence itself is literally like, oh god, oh fuck, what do I even what do I just fucking throw a boat, throw everything. Throw a bus, throw a boat. Alan's too close. He's getting too good at this. He knows too much.
Oh fuck, he discovered the flashlight. It's over.
I can't believe I left that flashlight.
That's something I'd like to see in, like, era-based narrative fiction. Is this darkness has been the scourge of humanity since time immemorial? Then the flashlight was invented.
There is a really good moment that I've mentioned to you before in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where the whole, like, half of the second season is spent bringing this dude back, like literally reassembling his limbs like he's Dio, and he's called the Judge. And they finally get him back together, and there's like this whole prophecy of how no weapon forged can defeat me, and he can't be destroyed by mortal means. But then Buffy just pulls out a rocket launcher and shoots it at him and obliterates him, and she's like, yeah, that was then and this is now.
That's good shit.
It's probably one of the most iconic moments of that whole show.
It's like fucking gotta put him back together like Dracula in Simon's Quest.
Yeah. Because they literally, like, they chop up his limbs, they put him in boxes, and then they send them around, like, to the corners of the world, pretty much.
Yep.
So yeah, that's how you deal with an otherwise immortal being, for sure.
We can't kill him, but we can at least make his existence pointless.
Right. Also, just we're going quickly with it, but the frequency of the fights and the frequency of the enemy spawns in this chapter is just insane.
It is off the charts.
And it only gets heavier from here. It's so heavy. There's something over here, but I don't remember what. No, sir.
Now you're starting to get the dodge going.
Might as well, right? I'll tell you, if we don't get it now, Alan Wake's American Nightmare is gonna be tough.
An American Nightmare, you might say.
That's right. Not over here, it's on the second one. Okay. That's okay. Man, all these mushed up cars.
I love a good scrapyard just full of, like, crushed cars. It's fucking awesome.
You're gonna like this next segment for sure.
I remember this segment.
This segment, followed by the 2 DLC episodes that come after it, really, really good stuff. You know what it might have been? I think there might have been a coffee thermos over here, and I think I might have picked it up. I think that's potentially what that was. Because it was either a coffee thermos or a manuscript, and yeah, the coffee thermoses stay. Well, this just looks dangerous.
Looks fucking metal.
Literally. Well,
half
literally. I mean, maybe literally, I don't know. I don't judge.
Look, my project hasn't gotten off the ground yet, okay?
All right. Well, you keep me updated. I didn't pledge all that money for nothing. How's that Kickstarter going? Please don't refer to it as a Kickstarter.
Kickstart my heart.
Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
Literally bathed in light and dark.
This is what happens when you play God.
This is what happens when you try to write a Deus Ex Machina in a story that comes true.
And you don't do it well.
There has to be balance, and if you're gonna write into existence just a good thing out of nowhere, then a bad thing out of nowhere is gonna happen just as well.
Balance in all things.
Balance slays the demon.
Oh my god. Well, you do this. I need to go pour myself a drink because I am miserable in here. I will be right back. You just keep on keeping on.
Wait, you'll want to see this though. You'll want to see what happens here, and then you can go.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, I think you get the gist. This is
like I said, I do remember this.
It's good. Oh boy.
That was close.
That was close.
Good job, you did it.
Thank you. I managed to avoid dying.
Good job, Alan.
Okay. Now we can hit this button and the waiting can begin. And waiting. And waiting.
And waiting. You have fun with that?
And waiting. So I guess while Bix is gone, I'll talk about how I like that at this point in the story, we're finally starting to get the other part of the, like, overall theme. Like, this is when the game starts hammering home the idea of balance and how you can't have the light without the dark and you can't have the dark without the light. And if you try to do what Thomas did and write a good thing into existence, well, then the dark presence will be able to take control of essentially the space left by the plot hole, right? Whatever was left in the narrative that no longer exists on logic can exist on some other type of logic. And that logic can be determined by the lake itself and by the dark presence. Which
when
is
I told Barry my
really
plan
potentially
back
fucked
in the
up.
well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
And yeah, that was something else that I kind of wanted to mention, was the interplay of, like, Alan and Barbara as a like a creative type and a editor, I guess, an editor-in-chief in particular, in, you know, respective to each other. And the idea that Alan as a writer is kind of, he's not a horror writer, right? Like, he's a bestseller, but he's a crime, like, he's a crime novelist. He writes pulp action stories. Whereas Barbara, or the Dark Presence in this case, is, like, explicitly trying to create a horror story. Trying to write a horror story into existence so that, you know, that's a place where it can thrive. But every point where you can find, like, Alan starting to get a hold of the situation pretty well, every time that he gets a leg up, is when it stops being a horror story and starts being, like, a thriller. You know, you'll get a gun, you'll get the moment with the super rock concert, or you'll just get, like, pulpy homages to other movies and things, which kind of don't fit in horror media, but do totally fit in, you know, the kind of stories that he would write. I really like that idea.
Oh, I remember this part sucking.
Yeah, this is one of the tougher combat zones, for sure. Just remember, the farmers are the opposite of hunter-gatherers.
As long as you remember that, you'll be okay.
Hey, dog. How you doing?
This does not make for good TV, dog.
Pop one of these. Get that going. And grab one of these. You guys get the hell off my farm. I mean, it's not my farm, but it might as well be.
Get off the damn road. The road is mine.
Get off the damn farm. The farm is mine. I bought it. Now it's time for you to buy it.
I do like that.
Get out of here. Come on. Just keep clicking. Click until they stop. Ow. Grab one of these, maybe. I could be wrong, but I want to say that at some point in my life, and it might be on like a nightmare difficulty or something like that, I want to say that I read at some point that there's like a system of adaptive difficulty in this game, where I think depending on how well you do, they start spawning more or start spawning less. I could be totally pulling that out of my ass, but I feel like I read that at some point. And it likely wouldn't be on this difficulty. It would likely be on Nightmare if that was a thing, but out of all of the things that the game has in common with RE4, I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of them. That's one of my favorite things in games in general.
Adaptive difficulty is cool. Come on, you can do it.
Alright, we're good. Hello.
The dark place I found myself in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
I like that as a concept, too. That's what you could refer to as, fuel for fanfics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, what could the dark place look like depending on the type of stuff that you make? Get out of here.
For me, the dark place just looks like an error dialogue box.
The dark place isn't a dark place as much as it is a purple and black checkerboard pattern.
That's right.
Floating error signs, bright red.
A fatal exception has occurred.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance.
No!
A fatal exception has occurred is just their stand-in for game over.
Yeah, that's right.
Fatal exception. Damn, that's deep.
A fatal exception has occurred. Ganon wins.
Ho, 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 ho. That's the kind of thing that Alan would write, a fatal exception. Let's get out of here.
That could be an Alex Casey novel.
It could be. Coming around the mountain when she comes. Coming around the mountain when she comes. Oh, this thing looks rickety as shit. Also, how is it causing this much of a spark? Ow! If we're going this slowly.
It's video games. It's narrative providence. Don't think about it.
I think the reason they put the sparks there was to say, why don't the crows like attack the lines directly or the cart? And it's like, well, because there are sparks on it, so they can't. But then it's like, well, how? Well, what?
What?
It's real slow.
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with this.
Get out of here. You stop that. God damn it. There was a stage production of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds about 2 years ago that was really, really cool. What they essentially did was they played the rest of it straight like you normally do, except when it came time to do, you know, the effects with the birds, they had a 3D projector set up for the entire auditorium that, like, would just project 3D birds.
That's pretty cool.
Like, that shit is insane. They sound like crocodiles.
Hey, if there's one thing that Bloodborne taught me, it's that crows are fucking horrible.
Oh, God. The crows in that game basically are crocodiles because they're, like, landlocked.
They're like dogs.
Yeah. I would say, of all of the things in this game, I'm not actually a fan of the birds.
I always thought they were like whatever.
They're
You take
neat.
them or leave them.
Yeah, they're weak, I would say. Like, at the top, I would put the Taken. At the middle, too annoying, I would put the I'd put the Poltergeists, and then I would put the birds at the bottom. Ironically, I guess. Somebody behind me? No, we're good. Now see, if you're like me, you would play through this sequence normally attempting to use as few items and resources as humanly possible. And you would end the sequence with like 40 of everything.
Yep. Because this is not a survival horror game.
No, sir. This is just the straight up action. This is a what did they call it? An action thriller. An action psychological thriller was what they called it.
Which is, considering what you were talking about earlier, kind of interesting.
Right?
Because you think about it, like, you have the world, which represents the influence of the dark presence, and it's like very much proportioned like a survival horror kind of thing.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your spook. But then you have Alan's influence in the way of Alan himself and the narrative contrivances that support him along the way, and those are very much like a thriller.
Yeah. Like, the game is not a horror game as much as it's like almost the cutting room floor of a writer trying to write something and an editor trying to fuck it up and making it into something else.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And, like, I would say the DLC of this game is more rooted firmly in, like, the horror side of it. Although it doesn't ever really go full horror, but it goes more into, like, the psychological thriller category. And, Alan Wake's American Nightmare is very staunchly pulp action written by Alan straight up. And it's neat. I think my favorite thing about this game and how it approached its DLC is that every part of it, like whether you're looking at the game or the special episodes or the whether you're looking at the game or like the special episodes or you're looking at the DLC that it has, it's all taking a new, fresh stab at the overall concept. Like, the theme is being completely examined on all sides. Oh, damn, that was like a Superman punch. These guys are the worst.
Honestly, I don't like them because they exist to waste your fucking time.
Yeah. Come on. It's like they're not particularly difficult, they just...
They waste your fucking time, and that's
Yeah.
all they do.
Buddy. Here, boy. Like, come on. I'll just start walking. How about that? There we go. Can bait him out, I guess. Who's next? Oh, that's next. How'd the fire start?
How can the dark presence start fires? That's like antithetical, wouldn't you say?
I would say that. There's that boat.
Fire indeed hot.
Gotta get that boat.
Gotta get that thermos.
Gotta get that thermos. Boom. See ya, chump. Might switch to
You
one of
gonna
these.
cry?
I want to put some dirt in your eye. Grab me some coffee. Grab me some flashbangs. What else we got?
Coffee and flashbangs, that's all you need.
What a good combo. Put some flashbangs in your coffee for the extra kick. Really gets you going in the morning.
I'm gonna put some flashbangs in your eye.
Oh
Oh yes.
no. Big boom. Big boom. Get the fuck out of there. Goodbye. Come on. Start up, you old lousy thing. And take a sigh. A breath of relief. I think there was some stuff over there.
And don't forget to reload your shotgun.
That's a good point.
Dr. Freeman.
Ah, Dr. Freeman. Oh, jeez. I like that. I like that it goes into slow motion every time it hits the ground. Jesus! Ow. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, you can just see, like, the desperation in the eye of the tornado. The eye of the storm, as it were. That physics object, though, that's way too big to move. Also, I think that's the first time I've ever played this game and not run into those on the way up the stairs.
Good job.
Thanks. Oh good, another broken down house. The darkness wears her face. Beauty has her way. More goodies. Ooh! Much better goodie, in fact. Darkness controls the taken. Yeah! Jump!
Do it. Jump good.
There we go.
You jumped too good.
I cleared the box and everything. Gonna need to grab one of these. There we go. Oh. That's not great. It's not a sound you want to hear. How about one of those?
Yeah, that's awesome.
What a great effect, right? And I know we keep saying it, but seriously, what? Oh yeah, there's that thing I was telling about the other episode.
The wires.
Yeah. Nope. I'm wise to your tricks. Damn. He took quite a few hits that time.
He didn't go down easy.
Did not. That was not easy like Sunday morning. Grab some more of these. You done? Alright, whatever.
Maybe you can get him to run into the wire.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it kind of seems like, for the most part, you kind of just have to bait them. Ah! Whoop! Saw it, but couldn't quite turn around. That's alright, we got it.
It's okay, success was had.
Yeah, we made it. And up we go. Ah, how nice to be bathed in the soothing light. Ah, shit.
Aww.
fucking kidding me? Alright. Oh no.
Now you've done it. Maybe the light will come back on.
Wouldn't that be great if the animation played in reverse? Flashbacks to Mass Effect 1. Hey, what's going on with you, Tally? You hear that GNN report about all those guys that we marked in the last side quest?
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. Grab me one of these. What you got for us?
After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path. I'd written myself across the ocean that blocked my way, and with that, there was a bridge to the island beyond. The idea of the cabin flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was.
Now that's a goddamn superpower.
That is the superpower to end all superpowers.
As long as you're within the vicinity of this place, you are a reality warper.
Turn back now.
No. Go away!
Only one thing for it.
That's right.
No, but my wife, though.
I need my wife. You know what I really want?
What?
I really want a, you know that thing where people are like contacting voice actors and saying, hey, for 15 bucks, will you like recite this meme for me?
Yeah.
I really want to get Alan's voice actor to be like, by cheating the game, you cheated not only everyone else, but yourself as well.
Alice never loved you.
Nothing was gained. Nothing was lost. That was rough.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, I love this game so much! This game is so fucking cool! This is one of my favorite games of the 7th generation, and I fucking forgot. I forgot how much I love it. We're gonna beat this tornado with the power of love.
And light.
And light. We're gonna defeat this physics demonstration. Grab some of this. How do you like that unlimited flare gun ammo?
Yeah, that's the way.
You will fail.
Oh man!
Oh man.
That caught us on the backdraft too. Oof. Reload the gun, man.
You can't win.
I can win though. There's like an achievement for it.
There's your narrative provenance.
What if I told you that I could win?
What if I told you the game was designed to be completable?
What if I told you I wrote it so that I would win?
You will fail.
I will succeed!
It's all in your head.
I got this fucking rocket launcher made out of a flare gun! What do you got? Bunch of school buses? I don't go to school. I'm 25. Give me back my life, you son of a bitch!
Good old flare gun.
The nightmare was finally over.
hell!
Bye, Alan.
Hell no.
Oh no. I have awoken in bed with my wife. This is hell.
You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
How the tables have turned.
How the tables have turned.
Baby, the power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your
I mean, this is just New York, though, so
My
we're
fear?
fine.
It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any sense. Come back to bed.
What about that shit?
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
You're not doing a very good job of maintaining the masquerade, the facade here.
Alan?
Oh,
You're
good.
scaring
Now
me
there's 2 of them.
Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills?
Well, my
Do you
trophies
want
are
me to
still
call
here,
Dr.
so.
Hartman?
Also, that QR code does not change.
I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you.
Well, now we know she's
Come back to
lying.
bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning. Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
Whoop! No, sir. No more ghosts.
Hey, what's up, dude? Dude in the diving suit.
Hey, what's up, Major Tom?
What's up, Bubble Man?
Hey, Baymax.
It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, me?
Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Use the clicker.
No. Oh, this part is neat. I always forget about this, but this is super neat.
It is super neat.
There we go.
Thermos.
A thermos, even.
Thermos.
This, like, inky effect is really, really good.
What?
Considering
I'm
the
leaving you,
360.
Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
You don't love me. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on. What are you doing, Alan? Stop. Put the light back on.
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
As far as you
Not my
know.
Barbara.
Tom, let me go. I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
My heart is filled with darkness. I'll cut it out.
Ah!
I'll take you back to the depths you came from.
Jesus Christ.
Eee.
Now you will never get her back.
Because we never got a chance to listen to the poet and the muse.
I am much older than you.
Now we finally get to see what those
Older
lyrics meant,
than your
though.
first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
They make it clear in no uncertain terms exactly what happened. Like with the heart beating sound effect and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Oh no.
And here we get our final fly through and see what everybody's doing. Where did everybody end up? Here's the deal, right? It's finally fucking Deer Fest.
It's finally here.
We weathered it. We played the whole game start to finish. And we did it for this.
This is your final reward.
We did it for the deer. We did it for the memories.
Did it for the best.
Love. That's right. This is gonna be the best Deer Fest all year. Oh shit. So, a couple of things here, right?
Right.
First of all, they don't make it super clear and super obvious as to some of the stuff going on in that ending. It's a very Twin Peaksy ending for a number of reasons.
You might want to not talk now, because
Nope, there we go.
okay, you got it.
Don't worry, I got it. I got it. Press any key to skip cutscene. So yeah, in addition to some of the stuff that happened at the very end there, first of all, the line of "it's gonna be a long trip back into the light." This game came out 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan has been trapped at the bottom of Cauldron Lake for a decade. And they've been trying to reboot and give him a TV show and give him all the Easter eggs coming back of like, hey, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Here's all the concept art for Alan Wake 2 that we never got to make. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it's like, they have been trying for so long to have that happen, to make Alan Wake never even got to be the game that it was intentionally designed as. And for it to have been this long, I like that lines like that end up having an even deeper impact than they were probably supposed to at the time of writing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's two more things. We got that weird little ominous shot of Nightingale in the darkness, and Rose as carrying that lantern, sort of signifying that we've got a new dark presence as an avatar and a new Lady of the Light after Cynthia. And I like that sense of completeness is also really nice.
Hey, time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle, and it's also time to continue on. Special episode 1 of 2, baby.